Audumbar classes. In today's video lecture, we will discuss gamma distribution. Gamma distribution is of two kinds. One, gamma distribution with a single parameter. Second, gamma distribution with a two parameter. Today we will focus on a gamma distribution with a single parameter. When we consider gamma distribution with a single parameter, it is also called as a standard gamma distribution. In today's video lecture, we will obtain mean and variance of a gamma distribution, then moment generating function of a gamma distribution, and we will discuss additive property of a gamma distribution. So let's start with it. Here density function for a standard gamma distribution is given. It is 1 upon gamma alpha e to the power minus x, x to the power alpha minus 1. Here alpha is our parameter and alpha is greater than 0. And range of x is 0 to infinity, 0 otherwise. So here we want to find out mean expectation of x, and expectation of x is defined as integral range is 0 to infinity x into f of x dx. Here f of x is given, so we will write down the same here. So we will get integral 0 to infinity x 1 upon gamma alpha e to the power minus x, x to the power alpha minus 1 dx. Now here 1 upon gamma alpha is a constant. We can take it outside the integral. So we will get 1 upon gamma alpha integral e to the power minus x. Now here see, we have the x to the power 1 and x to the power alpha minus 1. We can write down this 2 together. So we will get x to the power alpha plus 1 minus 1 dx. Now we can see here we are getting the density function just like a gamma. Instead of alpha we have just alpha plus 1, and therefore the same integral we can write down as a gamma alpha plus 1. Okay. Now here we need two results. Number 1, gamma n. Gamma n is nothing but n minus 1 factorial. We can write down gamma in terms of a factorial, and how we can write down n minus 1 factorial, and we know that n factorial is what? N into n minus 1 factorial. So now we will use these two results. So let's write down first numerator. What it will be? Alpha plus 1 minus 1 factorial. So it is nothing but alpha factorial upon alpha minus 1 factorial, right? And now let's expand our numerator. So what we will get here? Alpha into alpha minus 1 factorial, denominator as it is. So it is alpha minus 1 factorial. This will get cancelled. So we are getting our expectation of x is equals to alpha. Now we want to calculate variance of a gamma distribution. So but for that we need first expectation of x square. So let's calculate expectation of x square. Expectation of x square. How we calculate it? It is integral 0 to infinity x square into f of x dx. Again we know that density function. So it is integral 0 to infinity x square 1 upon gamma alpha e to the power minus x, x to the power alpha minus 1 into dx. Now here again 1 upon gamma alpha is a constant. We can take it outside the integral. So it is 1 upon gamma alpha integral e to the power minus x. Again these two terms we will write down together. So what we will get? X to the power alpha plus 2 minus 1 dx. Now again this integral is same as the gamma, only difference is instead of alpha we have alpha plus 2, and therefore we are writing here 1 upon gamma alpha into gamma of alpha plus 2. Now again these two results we will use So here gamma n is what? N minus 1 factorial. So gamma alpha plus 2 will be what? Alpha plus 2 minus 1 factorial, right? So here we will get in the numerator alpha plus 1 factorial, and in the denominator we will get alpha minus 1 factorial, right? And n factorial is what? N into n minus 1 factorial. So let's expand our numerator here. It will be alpha plus 1 alpha minus 1 factorial. Okay. So same I am writing here, alpha plus 1 into alpha minus 1 factorial upon alpha minus 1 factorial. This term will get cancelled. We can multiply with alpha inside the bracket. So it will be alpha square plus alpha is our expectation of x square. Okay. Now we want to find out the variance, right? And what is the formula for variance? Variance of x equals to expectation of x square minus expected value of x whole square, right? Expectation of x square, just now we have calculated what it is. It is alpha square plus alpha minus expectation of x we have calculated, it is alpha, so, but we have to take its square, so it is alpha square plus alpha square minus alpha square will get cancelled, and therefore variance of x for a standard gamma distribution is alpha. For standard gamma distribution, our mean and variance are same. Value of mean and variance is alpha. Now we will find out moment generating function. Moment generating function is denoted as mxt, and it is defined as expectation of e to the power tx, right? Now we can write down this as integral 0 to infinity e to the power tx into f of x dx. Okay, we know that for standard gamma distribution fx is given like this, so we will write down here 0 to infinity e to the power tx. Fx is 1 upon gamma alpha e to the power minus x to the power alpha minus 1 dx. Okay, now here 1 upon gamma alpha is a constant, we can take it outside integral, so it will be 1 upon gamma alpha integral. Now here you can see we have the term e to the power minus x and e to the power tx, right? So this term we can write down as e to the power minus x plus tx. Now from here, if we will take e to the power minus x common, so what we will get? 1 minus t, right? So that's why this same term we will write down as e to the power minus x 1 minus t x to the power alpha minus 1 dx. Now alpha is what? Alpha is our one parameter. Now here try to understand gamma distribution with a two parameter. Its density function is defined as beta to the power alpha upon gamma alpha e to the power minus beta x to the power alpha minus 1. Okay, here alpha and beta are two parameters. Okay, so now if you will compare these two terms, so you can see x to the power alpha plus 1, we have that term, so our one parameter is alpha. Now with e to the power minus beta x, so beta second parameter we are getting it as a 1 minus t, so it is same as beta gamma distribution with the two parameters, right? And therefore same term we can write down as 1 upon gamma alpha as it is, and here it will be gamma alpha upon 1 minus t to the power alpha. Okay, now this gamma alpha will get cancelled, and what we will get here? 1 minus t to the power minus alpha, and this is our moment generating function for a gamma distribution. Now we will discuss additive property of a gamma distribution. Statement of additive property is given here. It says that sum of independent gamma variate is also a gamma variate. First of all, let's try to understand the meaning of the statement. Here, what they are saying, independent gamma variates. Okay, so let us suppose we have k independent gamma variates. Okay, with their respective parameters like alpha 1, alpha 2 and alpha k. Okay, so we have taken k independent gamma variates and their k independent parameters. Okay, now we want to show the sum of this independent gamma variate. Here let me take sum x1 plus x2 plus xk. This sum also follows gamma distribution with parameter alpha 1 plus alpha 2 plus alpha k. That we want to prove. Okay, this is the meaning. So how to prove that? To prove this, we will take help of a moment generating function. Just now we have calculated moment generating function. How we define moment generating function? mxt equals to 1 minus t to the power minus alpha. Okay, but now instead of x, what we have? Sum of these independent variables. Okay, so now mx, instead of x I will write down x1 plus x2 plus xk t equals. Now what is given? This k independent gamma, this k gamma variates are completely independent, and when my random variables are independent, this sum of mxt I can write down as mx1t, mx2t, so on mxkt. And why I am writing? Since my all xi's are independent. Okay, now one by one we will write down its moment generating function. 1 minus t to the power minus alpha. Okay, so for x1 my parameter is alpha 1. So it will be 1 minus t to the power minus alpha 1. For the second it is 1 minus t to the power minus alpha 2. 1 minus t to the power minus alpha k. Okay, now how we can write down this term? 1 minus t to the power. Now from the index I can take minus common. So it will be alpha 1 plus alpha 2 plus alpha k. Okay, this is mx1 plus x2 plus xk t. Okay, and now here I am writing our mxt. How we define it? As a minus alpha. Now if you will compare, instead of x we have taken sum, and now instead of alpha we got here the sum of parameter, and hence our additive property we have proved here. What it says, sum of independent gamma variate will also follows a gamma distribution with the parameters alpha 1 plus alpha 2 plus and so on with plus alpha k. In the next video lecture, we will discuss gamma distribution with two parameters. For more videos, please like, share and subscribe the channel.